Then welcome back, guys, to another Python programming class. And today we have Jonny again, who did some proactive learning in Python, and he just came across the topic databases and SQL. And yeah, that's why it has nothing to do with the topics which we had before, but every Wednesday I just have this catch-up call where we talk about any topic you want, or I just answer your questions. So we also have some kind of mix-up of the topics because, like I said before, just because I teach you some topics, it doesn't mean that this is the only thing you should learn. And if you really want to do something or make it as a programmer or developer or software engineer, you have to put in extra effort, like, because what I tell you is so small compared to what you actually could do. And that's why it's important that you also learn without me. And Jonny did that with databases, and today he already installed Postgres and PostgreSQL and pgadmin, but he has some issues. And today I will just cover databases on the surface and fix your issue, Jonny. So welcome back again, and I will turn my cam for you.
Hello.
Let me
Hello, guys.
start with the cam. Okay, can you see me actually? Yeah, man.
Okay, I can see you. Nice.
Nice. Okay, then I will just go back to your screen. And for those who don't know, this is pgadmin. Jonny, if you don't know, I mean, you know kind of what that already is, but for those who don't know, that's basically an interface and a software which creates an interface for you so you can work with databases. And in this case, we have the database which is called PostgreSQL. Like you can see here where my mouse is on Jonny's screen, PostgreSQL. Okay, and
Do I need to enlarge this? Because I feel like it's a little bit too small.
yeah, maybe you can make it a little bit bigger.
How can I do this?
I think you have to go into the settings, and pgadmin has some kind of 3 different sections where you have to you have to look at the category. You see, it says browser. Maybe if you go down, it says some query tool. Yeah, display of the query tool. Yeah. Exactly. And oh, wow. Maybe you have to check something else of this. Is
Editor?
this- Yeah, maybe check it out, man. Try it out.
On size, let's try 4.
Yeah, just try it out. Oh, damn, man. What
Okay.
is that? Did you
I'm
write
going-
4?
Yes.
Oh my god.
I mean, we're working with double digits in PyCharm, so
Yeah,
I didn't know that
yeah.
4 would be such big.
Preferences, yes.
Yeah.
Maybe just write, I don't know, 20 or something. I think 20 should be nice.
20? No.
Wait, you just wrote 2?
No, I
No.
just wrote 4. This is.
Oh,
happened
yeah.
because-
Okay, then write 2, man.
2.
Okay,
yeah,
now that's
this is
perfect.
better.
Okay, hello, Blazer.
Hey, Blazer.
Hello.
Yes.
Mushy.
Okay, so this is pgadmin, and pgadmin comes with the feature that it creates your own database. So it's like a black box where you don't need to set up more software or anything, so you actually can work with that already. And here on the left side, you can see the whole, like, I would say, browser, where you can see all the different features of a database, but you don't need to understand all of them. What you need to understand now is that on the left side is like your file explorer, file explorer in Finder of Windows. What is it called? Explorer or something. And on the right side, you have your whole workspace where you do your queries, or you look into the dashboard, or you look into statistics, all that stuff. Because Jonny, can you click on the dashboard on the first tab on the top? Right,
Which
go into
one?
the right, please. On the right. No, it's too much. Yeah. Properties, and on the left side it says dashboard.
Okay.
Yeah, for example, here you can see what's happening with your database. If you would have more databases, or if you have any insertions into your database, it would show it to you. And this is like a dashboard, like a dashboard is just a monitoring system which tells you what is happening with your database. Okay. And yeah, now we just have Jonny already followed some tutorials on YouTube, how to create your database and all that stuff. And now we will just fix the issue, because now we have this employee database, which we see on the left side. No, we have the, what is it? We have the database, which is called Databases, no, Learning. And it has a table called employee. So,
Yes.
and just for the context, guys, we are not going to cover what is a database per se or how does it work. That's something which we will do another time. Now we just try to fix the error, and I will explain to Jonny actually what kind of types of databases exists. Okay. So you have employee, and this is your table. You created it yourself, right?
Yes.
Exactly. So you can see. Can you make it bigger, maybe? Or can
Yes,
I
and
do
now
it?
I need to change this.
Oh my god, you destroyed it. This is, oh my god, this is the worst thing about PG admin. When I do that, I don't know how to put it back.
Oh no.
I think,
Great.
yeah, man, welcome to PG admin. I think you have to go to preferences, and then this window which you have right now, it's also called, like, I don't know, man, like output window or so, and then you can make it a little bit bigger or so. Dashboard,
Graphs,
query tool. Do you have anything? Can you close query tool? Query tool, what is that? Query tool? No. Is it?
Try to click on the top right of that thing that popped up.
Where?
On the that pop up below this one.
Graph visualization?
No. I'm not sure about
Result
that.
grid, SQL formatting.
No, like close the settings and the one. Yeah. What is this thing on the top right?
No, man,
Is
we
it
just
to
did it. It
expand?
will just extend the whole, it will maximize the window. This is not the button, man.
Yeah, then you what you guys wanna do?
We want to
We
enlarge
want to make it bigger.
the font size. Or like
The
make it
font.
bigger.
Oh.
Man, Blazor, thank you.
Look for preferences or something like
Oh,
that.
really,
Oh,
man?
no.
Isn't that what we just did?
No.
Oh,
reset
man.
layout.
Yeah, just reset it first of all. So that's a feature which you should have,
Everything
guys.
breaks.
Okay,
See?
let's see. Click it again.
Find it.
What do you mean find it, man? We didn't find it. We didn't solve it.
That's what I'm saying. It's broken now.
Man, Blazor has his
All the
5
data
minutes
is
again,
gone.
guys. Okay. It doesn't matter, Jonny. Just keep it like
Okay.
that, because it's not
Yeah,
important
that's-
that you actually see it. So now you already created your database, right?
Yes.
Because I wanted to explain to you also the progress, how it actually is like. Because if you look at my screen, you can check what I'm writing. So the first is you do some database design, right? So this is the first thing which you need to know. Or like the first thing which actually comes is what data do you want, right? So, or what data do you have? Something like this. This is the first question which you have always. Wait, can I make it beautiful? So what data do you want or have? So this is the first question which you always, or where you start. Wait, let me do it like this. Oop. And when you, for example, scrape data, or if you want to start a new project, you need a database because you need to save your data somewhere, you have to understand, okay, what do you want to save actually, right? Like if you want to put furniture into your room, you need to understand, okay, how many chairs do I need? And do I need a table, or do I need 2 tables? Or do I need a desk or something? Or do I even need a bed, Like in this sense. So okay, I need 1 bed, I need 4 chairs or something. And that's similar to your database and your tables, Like now we're just talking about the database and then your tables right now, okay? And to do that, you first need to understand what kind of data do you have. And after you figure out this question, you need to design your database. And you didn't do that right now because you're playing around with databases, right? Which is totally fine. But I just want to show you the progress, how it actually looks like and what you need to do. And when you have the database design, what does it mean? It means that you then think about the different data which you have, right? Like if you go back to your workspace, you can see you have a table which is called employee, right? And you want to save some data for your employee. So
Yes.
what do you want to save? What do you have here?
We have their employer ID,
Employer. Okay, wait, let me check this out.
which is, I called it emp ID.
Yeah, so I just copied this one here for you, and then we say you want the emp ID like this,
Yes.
and then you want the name, you want the salary, and then the date of joining. Joining. So this is like exactly what I said here. Like, what do you want or have? And you have employees, and you want to know, okay, what information do you want to save from them? Because you have so many, and you want to save them. And so you already created this like this table, actually, not the database, because the database can have multiple tables, if you didn't know that, Jonny. But I think you did, right?
Yeah, I know that.
Okay.
I've seen it.
And then you can have multiple employees which all get those properties here, right? And you already created, how many did you create? I think 4 or something. Yeah, you can see somewhere 4 or 3. And so this is like the first thing which you already did. And now you wanted to insert them into your database. And before we go to that one, just for the understanding for those who are watching, this table, it also gets, you need to use a SQL command which creates this table for you. But Jonny already did that, so we don't need to do that. And now we can go to the next step. And now we have to insert into public. And now, Jonny, how about you just run it?
Okay.
And let's see what it says. So it says, what is that? Fehler, doppelter Schlüsselwert verletzt unique constraint employee PK.
Okay, so apparently I have already, yeah, the thing is, what we saw earlier is that in my table there's already a person with the employer ID 1.
Exactly.
And I have set the employer ID as a primary key.
Yes. Exactly.
I think that means it's unique to this, like every employee has a unique employer ID which cannot be changed. Is this right? Or
yeah, exactly. It's like every table should have a primary key. What does it mean? A primary key basically is one column which is a unique identifier of each row. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay.
Like when you have let's create a table here. So we have like, oh my god, what is this? Yeah, I think it works. So we have like, what is it? We just write ID here, and then we have the name, and then we have salary, right? And then we have the ID is 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. And then we have Jonny, and then we have long, and then we have, oops, oh my god, Blazer, and then your salary is 3, my salary is 1, Blazer is 2. 30, 10, and 20. We make it in euro. We get this amount of salary per month. What a great life. We should live in Vietnam for that. Okay. Then you see now we have this column here. Wait, let me make a different color. Boop. Take this. What is this? Hello? Ah, here. This is your unique column, like your PK, like primary key column. And a primary key always is basically a column or one property for each person or like for each object which you have here, okay? And now you see this number occurs once, this also is just once here, this is once, and so on. And then like, oh shit, what did I do? Yeah. So each number of your ID exists only one time. once.
In this table?
Yeah, in this
or
whole
in
table.
This whole database?
No, in this table only. Because you can have another table, like let's say this table is your employee, right? Employees. And then, for example, you have companies here. Companies. Oh my god, companies. I think that's right. And then let's go back to black. Boop. And then you have here. Now again, you have ID, name of the company, and then it has employees as a number. Right? And then it also could start from 1, 2, 3, and then it's Google. And then you have Apple. Whoop, and then you have Amazon. Whoop, something like this. And then employees, it has 7 employees, 5 employees, and 100, whatever. You see, this can be the same like this, but they are not the same. They are not the same, okay? It's just because each table needs to have something which can be identified among, or like compared to each other. So you know, this one, this ID with one, has all the name like this and the employee number here. And then this number here, 1, the employee with the ID 1 is Jonny, and 30. It's like your ID in Germany, because everybody in Germany has an ID, right?
Yes.
And the reason, and the only reason why they can identify you is because on your ID there's a specific number or specific numbers. Like this is your personal ID. Imagine this is your ID here. And then on your ID you have your name, your address, and whatever that is, right? But your address could be the same from your neighbor because they live in the same neighborhood or the same house. But so how do I, and maybe he even has the same name. So how does he know, or the police know, that you are Jonny and not the other guy is Jonny, right? And that's how you can do with this ID, this primary key. Okay, so this is basically what you have right now. And now you said my number 1 is Jonny, and now you wanted to add another one which also is number 1. And now imagine this guy now is Matilda, because she also just joined, Matilda, and she earns 15 euro salary. And now what should the database do? They know this number is unique. There can't be anybody else with this number. And then it says, yo, this is wrong, man. Something is wrong. I can't do that. Okay.
Do you have the after it's set into the, or after you recorded it into your SQL, can you like still override it, or is it, or do you always have to say value for this primary key?
No, you can change it. Of course you can change it, but actually you don't do that. But you can change it if you want. But you only can change it into a number which also doesn't exist, because you can't say this number is a number which already exists, even if the name and salary is different, you know? Okay, and that's why...
Jonny, hello?
Yeah?
A pro tip for Jonny. If you don't want to hate yourself, never change the primary key. Delete everything and create a new one. Otherwise, you never know what will happen.
All right.
Yeah, only if you hate yourself. Okay? That's why, if you want to edit now, just put another number. But that's a good call from Blazor, because if you are practicing around, just remove it and then just create it again. For example, you could say at the top of your query, like query workspace here, you can just say drop table employee, and then everything is gone. And then you just can say insert it again. But if you drop it, the whole table is gone. You know, it's dropped. Then it doesn't exist anymore. And that's why it's better to say delete all from the table. You know what I mean? Do you understand the difference?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, that's why. But now just stick to another value, then you are fine. So now let's try it. Let's play it again to see what your problem is.
Okay, so now I changed it to number 5 because I already have 4 entries in my table. So basically what I could do, wait, I'm gonna cut this out.
Yeah.
So now if I run it, Okay, it worked because the query was returned successfully. So if I'm gonna go here again and run it again, then it should pop up. Yeah, there we go.
Exactly. Exactly. That's how it works. So I don't see any issue here actually.
I had the issue, or like I came across a syntax error whenever I wanted to try to add multiple, for example, employees.
Try it.
So what I can do is instead of I can use a comma now, go into the next line, and then basically fill out all these columns, which I've said before. Wait, I'm going to do it. So now I already have number 5. So now I should start with number 6 and then 7. I think for the sake of making
it
quick,
just
I'm just gonna,
Yeah. Okay.
So now if I run it, let's see if it works.
Yeah.
Okay, now it works.
Of course.
Earlier I had a syntax error at the bracket, but I don't understand why.
Yeah, I don't see any problem. Maybe what could help you even more is that you format your whole query a little bit better. Like, look at this one. It says select blah blah blah, order by in the next row. So it's clear where anything belongs to, right? Let's go back to your first window. Yeah, you tap. And now do the same. Like, look at the bracket after employee. Like it looks totally out of place, like in this first line. Just press enter after employee at the end of line 1. Yeah, before the bracket, so the bracket goes into the second. Yeah, you also can remove this slash actually.
Yeah.
It's just to show the editor that it belongs together and you just made a new line. Okay, and now
do we also have to take care of indents here as well?
Actually not, but it's better if you just keep everything clean and remove the indent.
Hello.
Hello.
Can I have a suggestion?
Yes.
I saw something. Can you read? Can you try something? I think you can put it all in one line, just the first part. There are columns, and then the values will be directly below, starting from employee. So they're like aligned.
Yeah, you also can press
values,
space in front of the bracket. Yeah. Okay.
Like this?
Just select line 4 until 2, then I think tab will move it.
I have no clue what he's saying.
From 4 until 2. Just select the lines.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like this?
Tab. Yeah, tab. Yeah.
What's happening? What are you doing? What is that?
Yeah, like aligning the values directly below their column name.
Oh,
so you read
that's what
you
mean.
Yeah.
Oh my god. You don't need to do that.
if you want, but then it might be way too long.
Yeah, I never do that. I actually just how to say it? How to say it? I split them by section, by a topic. For example, the first one is, okay, where do I want to insert it into? Then I say, okay, what are the columns? And then I say, okay, now the values come. You know, I just split them into something which actually makes sense to read. Because it's also about readability, because at one point, your queries will get so long. Because in my job, for example, as like my data scientist at work, their queries, they sometimes are, you could split them into, I don't know, 10 lines or something, or 20. It's so long.
Yeah.
And if you have a chunk like that, man, you can't read it. That's why just keep it readable.
Yeah. Just format in a way you can read and make it simple.
There's no real...
And when it grows, you just change and adapt.
I just teach you what is best for me, because that's basically what most people do. Like what Blazor just told you, I understand that, but I've never seen anybody doing that, for example. But other people could say the same about what I did, right? And now you just have this insert query which inserts multiple values or entries in your table employee in your database. Okay, does it make sense?
Okay.
Okay. So your problem is fixed.
Yeah, it's solved. Yeah.
Nice. Then I actually only would give you a quick rundown about
So
relational.
I have another question, if that's
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
So basically, from my understanding, is the data you get, you can implement into this program here, like into PG4 admin.
Yeah.
And then you basically put it into your database, and then you can filter it the way you want it.
Exactly.
Okay, so so for example, I have a table with 10 columns, but I'm only interested into 5 columns. So what I can do is I create my own table with the 5 columns I want to, and then I can put the data from those 5 columns from the external table into my 5 columns I just created in order to get the needed data for my project.
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah. Hello.
It's for Jonny. I want to see if the error is gonna show up again. Can you put a comma at the end of line 4? Yeah.
I'm not sure if it works because we already added those.
No, I just want to see if the error will show up again.
Okay.
The one, oh no, it doesn't show up. Never mind. I can remove it.
There's a syntax error at line 8. Why? Because it's
No, the SQL error messages are very bad. So
Oh my god,
just remove the comma, man.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think that was your error because your screenshot has that and you had an error. So
Yeah, but then it would say, or it should say, "Yo, you have a comma, man. Remove that." But it said, "Yo, your bracket has an error."
Yeah, on the screenshot you sent.
Yeah, let's check it out.
There was an error, but we didn't know why.
I sent a screenshot.
So now we know it's because of the comma at the end, unless there's some other reason.
Yeah. Look at this.
Yeah, but why does it show at the bracket then? I don't understand.
It's bad. They suck at.
Yeah. No. It just tells you have like this whole error just occurs because of your whole query, which starts at line 14. It tells you because you can see your whole code is 17 lines long. So there is something above it which we don't know. But it just tells you, yo, your error is somewhere here in your query. But in Python, it would say in line 17 you have a comma. We don't expect that, for example. You see? That's why you have to understand it a little bit more, but you get it with experience. That's why we're talking about that.
Okay, I see. Okay. Well, okay, in this case, I have to figure it myself then in the future.
Yeah, man. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Perfect. Then I think the only thing which I just need to finish here for you is this one here. Look at this. So what data do you have? And then you have to do the database design. From a rough perspective, that's it actually already, right? And then you just have to build your ETL. Like, do you know what ETL already is?
It's, something with pipeline.
Yeah, oh my god, pipeline. So ETL stands for extract, transform, load. Oops. So that's basically a pipeline which you will come across when you work as a data engineer. But it is just a term which data engineers use. But if you work as a full stack developer, you also have an ETL pipeline because, for example, you have let's say here, this is your web page and this is your database, and then here's a user sitting here on his computer, and he wants to buy some sneakers, and you buy some shoes here. Oh my god, what amazing shoes! Oh my god. Okay, and then he logs into this page, and this is an online shop here. Oh my god, this is a code sign, okay? Code. And they have some information like information, right? This is the table information, and they register, and it has to be put inside this database, right? And that's also like an ETL, but it's very simple. It's just like taking this information, take it into this one, and for example, add some more some more details into like for example, I would add the time when it got inserted and put it into my database, and then I have a huge list of all the customers who bought a product, and then I know how many products they bought, when did they buy it, how many returns did they have, how much money did they offer, where did they live, or like where are the people who bought the most sneakers. Like those are information which you can get out of this table then, for example. You get it?
So example, the user registers on this website, and then we want to give that person a random generated customer ID.
Yeah.
Where does this happen? Does this happen before it goes into the database, or does it happen when it is in the database?
That's a very good question. So you can see it happens like this. It goes here into your sneakers, and then he puts in all his information, but the customer doesn't decide what ID he gets, right? So that's what we have to do. And now you can have it like two ways. The first way is you have your table. Do you have still your screen? Yeah, exactly here. For example, you have your table. Can you go into your output? Yeah, exactly. You have this emp ID, which says pk integer here on the left side, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then you can say it has an auto increment feature. Then it means the next person which comes into this one, your code doesn't even have to define this number. The next person will just become the next number from the previous one. You know?
I see.
This is auto increment, but you also can say, okay, maybe my employee ID isn't just an integer, but it will be like, for example, SD1. And then it starts from SD and goes to SD 5 million or something. Because of some extra reasons, I don't know. But then your ID wouldn't be an integer anymore, so it would be a string. Then this whole column, because you can see emp ID, it says pk integer here on the left side of your table. Okay, so that's just something which you need to be aware of. But that's why it's up to us how we generate this ID. But normally, and the easiest way is to create to add the auto increment feature of the pk, and then it will just automatically increase it and it adds it for yourself. Make sense?
I see. Okay, understood.
Okay, so now I just wanted to introduce you to this topic. Like you have to decide, okay, what data do you have and want and have, and then you need to do the database design, and then you build your ETL pipeline, which basically just takes the data from you, transforms it, and loads it into the database. So that's basically all you have to do on a web page, right? And now we have to go into the micro layer and understand what is behind this question. Like when you say, what data do we have, right? You need to understand, or you have to decide what kind of database will you choose then. And to do that, you need to understand what kind of databases exist. And I think, let's just pretend we have no clue and I'm not here. You go to Google and say, database, I don't know what a beginner would Google. Database types, maybe. Database types.
What databases exist?
Yeah, for example, what databases exist? Most popular? No, what do we do? Maybe this one? I don't know. Towards data science is always a good source, actually. Oh no! Okay, I have to copy this one, make a new window, and paste it here. Boom. Man, I hate this. Okay, so what do we have here? Hello? Why is it slow? Private window. Okay.
Because it's using Tor.
No, really? No. I think Tor window is something specific.
I'm kidding.
And hello, Ötzi. Okay, so I think this is a little bit like now you get a wall of text and you have no clue what all of that is, and then you just give up maybe, right? That's why I think this is a very bad page. So I don't know which page we should look on right now. That's why I can't give you a good example. So I have to do it myself. So let's just go
Long.
back. Hello?
No, long.
What?
Wait. When you're just scrolling, there's a lot of databases there. What you have to do is like look the database name, then you search that name on Google. So
Yeah,
you
but this is what I
see more
don't want to do
specific
right now.
information.
I want to have like just two differences.
When you
Like
have to.
I have to go to here and I say, okay, relational databases and NO-SQL. This is what I actually want to show Jonny. Okay, let's check Microsoft documentation.
The
Okay.
worst.
No, I
Look
think
for
that.
IBM.
Okay. What is this, man? What is all that?
Way too much text.
Look for
I can
IBM,
already
man.
say
Try
to you that
IBM.
Nobody will read that.
IBM. This
Yeah, they have really good documentation. Yeah.
IBM.
Just click on any first one.
That is
No, this is not good because I'm looking for a
There's a
visualization.
video, man.
Yeah, but we don't
Visual-
want to watch a
No, you
video
wanna
right
see-
now. Do you want to watch a video?
I did that a lot in my beginning time.
Your
Yes,
query
but
was
right
searching
now,
wrong.
right now we don't want to,
That
don't want to watch a
visualization.
video. That's why I go to images and hope I will find it. So I will remove IBM because I think I sent you some image, man.
The first one.
This?
That's not.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Oh, yeah, this looks good. Thank you, Artsy. Perfect. Look at this, man. Look at all this. Okay, this looks perfect. So, Jonny, look at this. You have actually, for the beginning, just two different types of databases, okay? And the first one is the normal SQL, but actually it should be called here in this table relational database, okay?
All right.
And what does it mean? It means that all your data, they have some kind of relation to each other. And that's what you can see like by having multiple tables, as you can see here. You have one table which is called product price. And then the next one is product ingredients. And then the third one is buying rate. Okay, not so clear what why we need that right now. But for example, if you have the product price and you have the product ingredients, so you need to understand which product do those ingredients belong to, right? And that's why you have another table which basically will just list all the products, and then you can go from one table to the other one and check all the different details about that, because they are kind of connected. It's like if you go to, for example, here, and we say we have a table now here, and let's say we have, oh no, wait, where's our table here? Look at this. So we have our employees and our companies, right? And now imagine here we have another column which is called company, where he's working at. Okay?
Yeah.
And then we say, okay, this guy works at Google. I work at Apple. And then Blazor works at Flutter, the company. Can we say that, Blazor? And now,
What? No.
Laser is already facepalm.
Google.
oh man, okay, he works at Google. We have to update the table and say he also works at Google. Blazor, Google.
Nice.
Okay,
Wait,
now
wait,
look at this.
Oxy. And Jonney is long legging for you too, or only me?
It's you. He's fine for me though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, Blazor, man. It's always you, man.
Now he lags
Extra
hard.
sausage, man. Extra sausage.
Yeah.
Anyways, look at this. We have here the employees, and yes, of course, we could visualize it way better, you know, but I just chose this one because I can draw on this one. Because, Jonny, for your information, there are database tools which do all this design for you, which then makes it look like this, for example. But here I need to draw. That's why I keep it like this, okay? So now, for example, you work for Google, right? And then you want to know, okay, what kind of company is Google? And how many employees does Google have? And how many locations do they have, like where they have some headquarters or something? Or what is their yearly or annual revenue or whatever that is? And how do you get this information from? That's the question. Like, you don't take this and go to Google and then find out what is Google, right? And that's why you could say, okay, this company name, you could look up this name in this table and say, okay, let's go to the company's table, look for the name, Google, and then you could find it out, right?
Yes.
And first of all, that would be a relation. And that's why you have relational databases. But now remember what I said about this one. There could be another Jonny who also has a salary of 30 and works at Google, but he has another ID because it's just another Jonny. And it could be the same for Google, right? Because I think there are multiple companies which have the name Google, but they just have another subject, how they work and what they work with. And that's why just having Google as the name, which could or should be your primary key, is pretty bad. Make sense?
Okay, keep going. I'm trying to follow you.
Because if I say, okay, look for, I'm Jonny, I want to look up all the information from Google, and then I go into the company's Google and check for the table Google, the table companies, and look for the name Google. And then you see here at line 9,999, it has another company which also is Google, but it has 70,000 employees. So which Google is it? Is it this Google or this Google where you are working at? How do you know that?
Oh, is this why the primary key is so important then?
Exactly. And that's why
so you could give that company Google then the ID number 1 in this case.
Yeah.
So you would always know that this guy is always working at this Google company with 7 employees. Because
exactly,
it has the ID
exactly.
1. Oh, okay.
That's why we do it like this. So I go here and say, okay, this is the ID. Oh my God, this is the wrong color. ID is here, and this is number 1, and this is number 999. And now, to do that, I also need to have this ID actually in this column, in this table as a column. So I have to add a new column and say this is company. I just shorted ID. Yes. And then it says, okay, this one is at 999, but Blazor also works there. And let's take another color. No, I would take purple. 999 is here, 999. And then Blazor also works there, but oh no, this is the wrong one. You are at 99. Oh, okay, wait, I make like this. And I remove you, man. You're gone.
I think it's supposed to be 1, no?
Yeah. Then I say you are at green. You are at 1. But now let's say Matilda is here as well, but she is number, let's go back here. She's number 44 as a user here. And she also works at Google. Now, do I have to create another ID here, Jonny? Or can I use one of them?
You can use the same numbers.
Oh, really? But then we have this number twice. Doesn't make sense.
I thought the number only refers to the table in
Oh!
order to know what relation it has.
Oh, look here.
Oh, you're learning, man. You're making the right connections. And that's the relation, man. Exactly. Like, those two are working for this company. Of course, you can have multiple employees, like 700,000 people who work in this company. And of course, you only have 7 people here at this company. Oh, maybe I should change the color.
That's fake Google.
No, those are super high genius
CEOs.
people. Yeah. You see? And that's how the relations work. And that's why you have relational databases. And it only works or should be used if you have very clear and structured data. Okay?
Is this your job to do that? That you have this structured, clear data, or
Yeah.
does this come from itself? By itself?
I wish it would come by itself, but it's my job to do that. So I have to figure out, like, imagine I have, like, for example, look at this. My job is like this. And for those who don't know, I'm a data engineer. And for example, you have, oops, oh my god, please save me. Somebody, oh my god. Now you have like 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's take this. Please take this. This is page 1, page 3, and those are 4 web pages, okay? And then we still have like, I don't know, we get, this is a third party. And they have...
Oh, I'm gonna screenshot that.
They have a CSV file, okay? You know what CSV files are?
I have a new profile picture.
Like,
I just know it's a data tape from Excel.
yeah, kind of.
Excel?
It's basically comma separated values. So let's go here, CSV
Oh, this is actually what it means. Crazy.
file. So what are CSV files? First are text files with information separated by comma saved with the extension. So let's see if we see any example. Yeah, look at this. You see, the first row is the header. It says family name, given name, whatever that is, ID. And then you see family name, given name, ID, and so on. And that's basically a CSV file, okay?
Oh, okay.
And so you see now I have 3 different people, or like 3 different web pages, which I have to scrape. Then we have another guy who works, or he sends me CSV files, and this guy sends me a JSON file. JSON, hello. Okay? And now I have to build a database. Whoop. Oh wow, that looks sweet. A database which gets all the information. And of course, each of the web page is built different. They have complete different data. This is about, I don't know, man. What do we have? We have employee data here, employee data. Then we have the revenue of the company which they work for. This all the companies. And then we have extra information from employees, employee extras. Okay? And here we have, I don't know, man. What else do we have here? We have like social demographics. And then we have some geo data here. Geo data of the companies. Okay? And now I have to get like this table or this data which you get from this web page isn't just one table or something, you know? You could have like 2 tables, or you can have like 20 columns, and then you have here also 5 columns, and then you have here, I don't know, man, even more columns, and then I have to find a way how to put them together that it makes some kind of sense. And maybe they have some relations. And then I have to create tables like this, and then I need to figure out, okay, this is one table, and it has some kind of relations to here, and this is some relation to that one. But then we also have another table which is only related to this one somehow. And that's how I create a relational database. Make sense? Yeah. And that's how you build the relational database. And like you know before, we also have NO-SQL. And that's actually a little bit easier to understand, where you basically have so much data which is so unstructured that it's super hard to put them into relations, because some objects which you work with, they don't have, like, not all of them have the properties which other objects which you have. Does it make sense? For example, if you take the employees, it's clear that everybody has a name, address, and all that stuff, right? But imagine suddenly they have any, I don't know, man, like nested information about their animals and their, okay, it's still pretty easy to visualize, but let's say you have too many different properties and you don't want to create so many tables, then you go to NO-SQL. Does it make sense? Hello? Wait, let me check here.
But what do you do then with no relational SQLs? Like, what do you do?
Good question. Then you just have a huge you remember JSONs, right?
Object oriented.
No. JSONs are not object oriented. It's just
Yes, they're
a
objects.
structure. Stop it, Blazor. They can be treated as objects, but if you have NO-SQL, you basically work with a lot of JSON files or JSON objects, okay? Because the third thing you need to understand is JSONs are files, but in those files you have different data types which could be treated as objects, but we didn't cover all of that yet, so that's why I don't want to confuse you. And the only thing you need to understand for now is just to understand it's a file, and they have dictionaries inside dictionaries, because we work with JSONs, because dictionaries are JSONs, okay?
I see.
And then you need to understand that you basically could query the data in a more efficient way than if you were, for example, let's go back to this example here, this which we have. Like, for example, you want all the company information from Jonny. Then you just have to go to this table, and then you have to find out, okay, where's the relation here, and then you just join the tables. So you have to mix them somehow, and that's how you do by using joins in SQL, but we didn't cover that yet. So you just have to understand we put them together to get the data, you know, and that's pretty easy. But imagine the data is so complex that you have to join 5, 10, 20 tables just to get all the information which you wanted. Then you should use NO-SQL, because then in NO-SQL you have all the data in one spot already, and then you can choose, okay, I just want to have this property, and that from all the people who start with the name J or something. It's way faster to get that from, instead of doing, okay, I need this table and that table. Oh, and just because of this one single information, I need to query 2 other tables, and then another table, and here and there, and then it takes some time. You see, you have to understand the benefits or the advantages and disadvantages of each database. But I just wanted to give you some kind of breakdown of 2 different types of scenarios where you have to build specific databases. So right now you don't need to understand all of that, and the only thing you had to understand is this part, which we already, or which you understood yourself without us telling you the solution, that you could have multiple company IDs because they are related to this one. And now the only thing which you need to internalize now is that this one is an FK. Which is a foreign key. And this is also a
foreign key, okay.
Yeah, foreign key. And this is a PK. And that's how you basically set a relation in a relational database. Just for now. So we don't need to go deeper. That's just for you, so you get some feeling. And yeah, so I think that helps you already. I hope that was clear and
very insightful. Yes.
Insightful. Yeah, thank you, man. And yeah, so guys, thank you for joining. I hope you also learned something about databases. And yes, this was not an episode where we explained from scratch what all of that is. We just wanted to fix Jonny's error, which we did because it was a damn comma. Like always, you spend so many hours just to figure out, oh, it's a comma or a space too much, you know. And then we just dive down into the different types of database. So that's it actually, just for the catch-up call, guys. If you have any questions, just leave them into the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, or just join our Discord, which is actually more important, because if you want to learn coding or anything like that, or become a software engineer, automation specialist, or mobile app developer, whatever you want, or just become awesome, just join the Discord channel down below in the description, and see you in the next episode. Jonny, say your last famous words, man.
Like and subscribe, please comment, so the YouTube algorithm knows that we're actually making good content. And join the self-dev community, man, if you need somebody to talk to about tech.
Thank you.